Okay, so for this video, I do have to start on a tangent at first, but you'll see where I'm going with this. So two things that I did after moving out of my parents' house when I went to do my job training down in Texas was I read a lot of comics. That was the first time I ever read comics. And another thing that I did, I watched the movie called The Raid, which is a great action film, one that people believe is actually one of the greatest action films ever made. And I do believe that it is actually worthy of that debate. Now, for the first part, my favorite comic character became Deathstroke, who... Okay, Deadpool is basically a ripoff of Deathstroke. Also, don't yell at me in the comments. This has been a well-known fact for years. Basically, he's a well-known comic character who's a mercenary with an accelerated healing factor. That's mostly what Deadpool got from him. Deathstroke is way more serious than Deadpool is. And most people who grew up in the early 2000s don't know him as Deathstroke. They actually know him as Slade from Teen Titans. And a while ago, it was announced that Deathstroke was going to be the main villain for the upcoming standalone Batman film that was supposed to be starring Ben Affleck, as well as being written and directed by him. And Joe Manganiello, the guy who played the asshole bully from the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, he was going to play Deathstroke. And we were all excited because he looked the part, but then the film was given to another director, so it honestly doesn't seem like Deathstroke will be the villain anymore. And now, kind of getting back to the second part of my little tangent before, some great news happened yesterday, and it was announced that the director of The Raid, Gareth Evans, is signed on to write and direct a Deathstroke standalone movie. But the greatest of news happened yesterday, or at least in my opinion, and it actually is tied to the second part of my tangent earlier, and it's that it was announced that the director of The Raid, Gareth Evans, was signed on to a standalone Deathstroke project. He is going to write and direct it. And I couldn't be more excited. As I said earlier, I loved Deathstroke in the comics. I really loved his role in Season 2 of Arrow. I did hear that he later came back, and he did make the show better, but I still haven't been able to see it because, I don't know, with me, Hulu sucks when it comes to CW, and I'm just gonna leave it right there. That's a story for another time. And with recently starting Teen Titans, I'm actually on Season 3, I think I'm halfway through Season 3, if I remember correctly. I got to see another version of Slade Wilson, Deathstroke. Thanks to my amazing and beautiful fiance, I have more reason to love this fucking character. And one of the main reasons that I love The Raid was because of Evans' direction. He especially knows how to make and shoot innovative fight sequences that just make you feel like your fucking face is melting. And one of the main reasons why I'm so happy that Evans is directing the movie is because his work with The Raid, he's amazing when it comes to creating and shooting just these innovative fight sequences that make it feel like your fucking face is melting off, and that's awesome. However, I do have two issues with the announcement though, despite my inner fanboy screaming at the top of his lungs. The first, and this is kind of a minor complaint, but this is still major to me, it has to do with the fact that, with DC and Warner Brothers making it to where not all of their films will really be connected, like the Joker Origins film, I'm not sure where this fits. Is it part of the main Justice League centered line, or is it basically an Elseworlds project? I wish that the studio would specify this. And then my other complaint, and this one actually pisses me off the most, and you guys may actually agree with me. Why is Warner Brothers announcing so many goddamn projects at once? I mean, just listen to this, and I actually wrote this down just so that I didn't forget one! Okay, Warner Brothers, DC, hello, you've announced the Joker origin story, the Joker and Harley Quinn film, Flashpoint, Batgirl, Batman, Nightwing, Gotham City Sirens, Aquaman, most of which you announced in between the time that Wonder Woman came out and Justice League, which hasn't even come out yet. I'm still waiting for 2 or 3 more movies to be announced for no goddamn reason other than to get hype up for some reason. And it doesn't even hype us up half the time, I don't even think. You need to focus on what you have coming out now, and maybe even in the next year. I'm okay with that. And listen, if you have other ideas for projects, that's fine. Keep brainstorming. I love it. Just don't fucking announce these things years out. I mean... Okay, look at it this way. You've only got 4 films out yet. Justice League isn't even out in Europe yet. That's supposed to come out like later this week. So let's just say 4 right now. You can't keep announcing films when you've only got 4 films out and 3 of them are movies that moviegoers and critics don't even fucking like! Like Man of Steel, which I actually enjoy Man of Steel, but I'm in the minority. Batman vs. Superman. I hate the theatrical version, but I'm okay with the Ultimate Edition. And then Suicide Squad is one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen! Anyway, that was just some quick thoughts on my announcement. And other than that, that'll do it for me today. I really need to stop doing this while I'm sick. Please subscribe if you haven't already for more reviews and content. There's always more to come. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Excuse me. Farewell until the next video. Bye, guys.